As many of us have probably forgotten, the third commandment of the 10 commandments is to not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Now, a lot of people, rightfully so, assume that that means, hey, look, don't say GD, don't say Jesus Christ, and don't be like, God darn it, all day long, okay? Because I can't imagine my children using my name as a curse word all day long, every day. And yet, around the world, it happens. Now, here's another thing that I think, personally, I've never heard anybody talk about this, but I think that we take the name of the Lord, our God, in vain when we say things like this. God told me to tell you to do fill in the blank. And you're like, it sounds like you want me to do what you want me to do, and you're trying to put God's name on it. You're using his name in vain. I think that's a very dangerous place to be. I think if we are using God to manipulate other people, and people do this and churches do this all the time, if we're using God to manipulate other people, I think that's a really dangerous place to be. That does tremendous damage to ourselves, to our community, and to God's name. In fact, so many bad things have been done in God's name that then people go, that's what Christianity is about. And that's what God is about, and I don't want to be a part of that. And I'm going to have to agree with them, okay? I'm going to have to agree with people that say, if that's what God's about, I don't want to be a part of it. Because a lot of times people do horrible things in the name of God. They use God's name in vain. And that is the type of thing, the problem with sin, you know, we think when we sin, it's not really a problem. Like, oh, we're not hurting anybody, we're just hurting ourselves, and that's not that big of a deal. But that's not true. The biggest problem with sin is that when the guilty sin, the innocent are the people that pay for it. When you do something bad to children, you ruin their lives, and you're just kind of like, meh, whatever. I think this is a dangerous place to be. And I think that before you tell anybody, look, God told me to tell you this, you need to think real long and hard about that. And before you go telling other people, hey, this is what God says, you need to think long and hard about that. You need to check that against the Bible and make sure that you're not lying to somebody. All right, love you guys. Be good.